フルカウンター
Alright lads, welcome back to the Grand Cross video. So today what we're going to do is go through the top 10 characters to invest into Grand Cross right now. The best 10 characters that are going to get a lot of value probably later on when we get more character releases, when we get more collaborations to return. You kind of get the gimmick right now. And there's kind of a little theme going on too because, well, demons are coming back, boys, and demons are going to have a lot of investment right now. So let's just jump in. If you guys are new, you do enjoy the content, then do subscribe. We are doing Grand Cross content every single day. Trying to get around to doing 2 a day, but working on some big things in the background. So that is almost done. Kinda. We'll see when it comes out. But boys, let's just jump in. Alright, so number 10 we have Golden Wings Elaine. Now I don't think this character will be meta, but I think she's a good staple character. And I think for where we're going in the future with a lot of fairy characters coming out, for example, we're surely going to get a Hellbrim in the future. And not to mention all the big ones with King. We're going to get Ragnarok King probably next month, to be fair, which probably won't be better than the Festival King we have right now, the actual Chad King. But still, going to be worth investing into. Not to mention we are going to be getting the other King as well with the actual blades on his hand. There's quite a few Kings where you get to get in the game. And I think whenever we look at a King, we can always get Elaine to put on the team as well. So I think at number 10, considering that she's going to get some value later on, and with other fairies, especially when we go into more detail with the Ragnarok story, it's possible this character does become a little bit better with time goes on. Alright, so next we have Ragnarok Diane. So this character right now, especially ultimate, broken ultimate, mainly because of actual passive, which increases damage dealt if you remove a debuff or a buff character. I say one bad thing is the buff characters are kind of leaving the meta a little bit, because remember, everyone's kind of too scared to buff up nowadays, but not a bad character. And well, she is getting a relic sometime soon. Might even get one next Thursday. And if it's really, really good, then this character can be worth investing into. And as you can see, boys, I mean, I've maxed her out. I mean, she's not level 100 just yet, but your boy's maxed out cosmetics. Okay, hang this one up. So yeah, that is why she's at number 9, because, well, we don't know what the relic is just yet, but with the character and with the fact that we do have the red one in the game right now, it most likely will come soon, and it might be really, really good, man. I'm looking forward to this one. Alright, so number 8, we have Ram. Now, Ram is going to be a stable character for any unknown team. So, for example, in the future, when we do get a new Merlin, for example, the one in the purple outfit, which will be a festival character, most likely going to be using Ram in the sub slot as well. Also, collaborations, a lot of them right now, especially one coming next year, is going to be full unknown characters, so she is a character you want to put in the sub slot. Not to mention some Ragnarok characters, especially the fact that we just got Freya, or is it Freya and then Freya? I think he pronounced the differences between the guy and girl. But these characters will be unknown, and going forth as well with other characters like the gods in the actual Ragnarok story, a lot of them are probably going to be unknown because they don't want to make them a goddess for some reason. But I think Ram is going to be one of the best subslot units right now, especially the fact that she's got quite decent CC, and hopefully with the ReZero collaboration coming back sometime next year or this year, she gets a relic, and hopefully the buff even on more unknown characters might be a good investment to do right now. Plus she was free, so it's worth leveling her up for the future. Alright, so at number 7 we have Mikasa. Now, as debating whether I should put her or Eren, title from Eren, in this list, because I think when we do get a collaboration to return the AOT one, they are going to get some relics, they are going to get the final outfits, and they are hopefully going to get some substat buffs, because they definitely do need it. But I think considering how bad and how old the AOT collaboration is, comparable to something like the King of Fighters, which didn't receive any buffs, I do think the AOT collaboration will probably be the last collaboration in the game to get a buff. And the reason why, because I think the character's a little bit under-leveled or under-performing, and I think with Mikasa, the fact that she does have AoE secret technique, I think they could buff that to 60%, because that's what secret technique does do on 6/6 and ultimate move, so they might as well do the same thing for a skill here. But I think with a little buff, especially towards her skills and her stats, and also her relic, and also the final cosmetics for them, I think Mikasa probably will be the best AOT character outside of the new characters that we do get with the part 2. So I think Mikasa probably worth investing. Not yet though, but when we do get news about an actual AOT collaboration returning, then I think I'll probably have my eye on her over someone like Eren and Levi. Alright, so next we have at number 6, Zeldris. Now, he was a lot higher, but now that we are getting almost Nebula Zeldris, it's very likely you're going to probably use that one over this one. However, I think for where we are going with the fact that he probably will get a relic sometime in the future, and also Chandler coming out sometime soon, and if the leaks are correct, then Chandler will make it so you do more damage per debuff on an enemy. I mean, if you are using a team with Chandler, you probably want to build up your Demi team with full debuffs, and well, having this kind of subplots can be infinitely better, because you are going to get 24% basic stats here. So I think going forth, even though we are going to be getting almost number Zeldris, I do think this Zeldris still will be usable with the fact that Chandler's coming out. That's going to make debuff demons do a lot more damage, and just make the whole team better. So I think going forth, you'd probably rather use this guy over Omnis Never Zeldris on the Chandler team. We don't know what SDSGC does yet, so maybe it will change, and maybe everything will change when we start getting some demon relics. However, I think going forward, this guy is definitely a character I'm looking forward to because he's going to make my channel a lot better. Alright, so number 5, I didn't want to bring this guy up but I know someone's going to comment it. But yes, this guy is going to get better. However, I will say though, he's basically the worst version of Traitor Melee. If this guy does get better, then so is Traitor Meliodas. So there's no reason to use this guy. However, I do think if he gets a relic, it will separate him from Traitor Meliodas. So they are considered different units because as it is right now, it's just a worse version of Traitor Melee. There's no reason why I use this guy. But like I did say, with Chandler coming out, the fact he does more damage per debuffs, then it's technically making this guy more stronger. I know it's increasing Pierce, but making Melee stronger. It's a weird place to be in right now for this guy. But he's going to get better in the future. I mean, to be fair, if we get him in a red one or in a blue one, leveling up this guy to get his cosmetics and maxing out his cosmetics will benefit the red and blue one in the future. So I'll put him into this anyway. However, this was a bit tricky, but I know someone's going to comment this. Alright, so number 4, we have a strange pick, and that is Jim Hopper. Now, this guy has such a long-term potential, mainly because of the passive, which does increase damage towards collaboration characters. So going forth, whenever you do get a new collaboration character, and I think other people that do build up the collaboration units are going to look towards Jim to see if they work well together. And I think for what we're going with the collaboration coming out at least once every like 5-6 months now, they're going to be meta. I mean, look right now, Rimuru, Kyo, and Zeldris, and this guy on the team as well, in a top-tier team that can easily get champion 1 and also challenger in PvP. It's honestly not a bad character, and he doesn't even have max cosmetics or even have actual relic yet. So if he does get a relic, that makes his team even better. Also gets max stats with his cosmetics, and also we do get better collaboration characters. Honestly, this guy's a character worth investing into, and honestly, I'm about to make him UR gear. This guy actually really good. I'm not gonna lie to you lot. I kind of regret not getting him his actual final weapon, but I think that's fine because right now he's not too bad. But with more reruns and new collaborations, I can easily get his outfit again when it does return, and hopefully max him out towards 6-6 because this is a guy I want even more than 11. Alright, so number 3 we have Cusack. Now this guy is I'm not too sure yet, but I think with Chandler coming out and also the fact that Zelda is putting up some single target skills, and also Holy Westerosa does have a single target skill. However, the difference is, are they going to be crit units? Because we don't know just yet. I mean, right now, if you don't know what this guy does do, if a crit does not occur, if it's a single target skill, it will do 40% damage extra based off the max HP increase in PvP. Meaning, if Chandler's single target skill and also Holy Westerosa's single target skill doesn't do crazy crit damage or even crit that often, then this guy will be a good character to use. Plus, not to mention, it's got a really good kit, man. A single target power strike that applies Abyss to if it's above 3-6. Drain, you can't really go wrong. Is it a good drain? It's not. So maybe they buff him. I think they should just buff the skills. Quite annoying they've done this already. And then Cleave as well. Really good character to have. And once again, whenever using demons, if you want to use Traitor Melee, if you want to use any demon going forth, this guy is going to be a must-have on the team almost because, well, so many characters right now increasing the max HP, whether it be basic stats or just using other characters like Diane, for example. This guy is not a bad character. And with demons getting more play now, whenever we see a demon with a single target skill, then we're definitely going to start looking towards Q-Star being on the team because he's just a good support for it. So let's jump into number 2. Alright, so number 2 we have Red Skinny King. This guy is going to only get better because even right now, I believe the second highest best PvP team people are using right now is this team right here because Rimuru is so massive right in the meta. He is like, if you halve his pierce, he does almost no damage. It's actually quite crazy. Because if you don't know what he does do in PvP, he does reduce all of the current pierce rate on the enemy team by half, which is massive. Not to mention right now, another really broken character is obviously Traitor Meliodas, who does have a pierce skill with his AoE skill. So half of that is reducing damage dealt too. Not to mention, in general, just reducing pierce is lowering the damage by not too much if it's not a pierce card, but just low the damage for every single team. So even if you don't find a pierce character, then well, you're still reducing some damage by a little bit here. And well, boys, we have got leaks that Chandler is apparently coming with another pierce card. So likely with 3 top tier units in PvP with pierce, having this guy is going to only get better. Not to mention, Chandler does apparently is supposed to increasing the pierce by 40% and well, increased damage dealt by demons. So it's a very high chance you'll be using Traitor Meliodas, who has a pierce card with someone like Chandler, to increase the max pierce of your team. So having Red Skinny King in the sub slot with that team, it's going to be really good to lower that pierce, to stop all that crazy damage. And like I did say, it still works even if you don't find people with pierce skills because you're still lowering the damage by a little bit anyway. So Red Skinny King, I think, is going to have a lot of potential. Even right now, he's definitely worth investing into, but it's only going to get better if the leaks are true. And Chandler does come out with actual pierce support, and maybe we have a new demon, maybe Holy Westerosa, or maybe even Zeldris, for example. Imagine they have pierce skills too. If they do, then it's an instant level this guy up because he's going to counter team so much. Alright, so number 1, we have Princess Brunhild, the wedding one. I know this is a seasonal character, so you may not actually have her, but however, I think she has so much potential. Because even right now, she's really good, bro. Like, honestly, just below being meta, I think so. And I think if you max out a team, other than the CC being kind of bad, I think, honestly, she's actually a top tier character. However, she's missing one support. Right now, the best team to use of her is probably, like, you know, her, Sigurd is a must, basically. And then whatever third character you want to bring, whether it be Laduciel, Diane, Traitor Melee, whoever you want to bring, like, for example. However, if we had another Ragnarok character that was actually good and helped her out, then she might be top tier. And we do know of 2 right now. We have Tyra, which is, I believe that you pronounce his name, will be a character that they're kind of saving for a hype moment. And he looks really good. Not to mention, the best one right now is probably the Princess Goddess Freya, the brother to the character we got right now in game. And she already in story mode, we know her skills. She has 2 AoE skills and an AoE ultimate. So you can imagine already, she comes out, 2 AoE skills, you put her on Brunhild's team, boom, Brunhild does an AoE skill which does crazy damage, and then you follow up with the 2 AoEs from the Princess Freya, boom, that's probably wiping out the whole team. Not to mention, we haven't even gotten Ragnarok Escanor, for example, that might be a top tier character. Also, going later into the story, when you start getting more hype characters like Thor and Loki, whoever that person might be, probably from the story wise, it's looking like to be a Meliodas in another universe. So it's there's a lot of potential, man. And to be fair, I think towards the end of the actual story, we are going to get some Ragnarok festivals, and whenever we are going to get a new Ragnarok character, like what I said before with the other characters on this list, she is going to be a character we're going to start looking towards whenever we do get a new Ragnarok character. And boys, she's by far probably the best person to invest into right now. Not only that, she's like by far one of the best PvE farmers, really good PvE character. She's really good. So boys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know if you agree with this list, or you have any other characters you think that are worth investing into. But right now, this is my list and this is why I think so. So by far, my takeaway of what I think the best ones to invest into right now, like I did say on the list here, is her, Red King, for example. And then personally myself is gonna be, I think Ram and Jim are my go-to as well, because I do focus more on collaboration characters. But you know what, I might even start pulling some Ragnarok characters in the future. I didn't really care about them now, but now that I had this wedding day Brunhild, it might be worth investing into. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.